What is up, guys? I know you're immediately probably thinking, wow, Kent's lighting in this video really sucks. But hey, right now, that is the least of my problems. I mean, yeah, you can see the fan in my balding head reflecting off of the top there because lighting's all screwed up, but whatever. I don't care. I'm making this video to tell you about a tragedy that happened. Because you see, this motherfucker right here, this 1080, it's a murderer. A murdiddly-urdler. Because you see, as I was removing it from my motherboard the other day to see if maybe there was something in the heatsink because it was getting kind of warm, it decided to take the PCI Express 3 slot that used to live right here, with it. It took it. It just ripped that sucker off. I attempted to put it back on, but as you might imagine, that didn't go very well. These pins are great in number, and they're very tiny, and they're extremely close together. And the PCI Express slot can output up to 75 watts of power. So, since that failed, it's like if any of them are touching any other ones, they could freaking mess up some hardware badly. Now, I've kind of written this whole computer off as dead because I do fear to start it up. I've cut the pins, but there's still, the tool I used wasn't exactly designed for cutting small pieces of metal, and some of these pins do look like they might be touching, and I don't want to risk that, because if I start it up and something does short like that, I risk throwing out my CPU, the RAM, any devices connected to it. I mean, I could start it in the bare bones state, but the probability right now of that is too high. So I'm going to see if I can find a better cutting tool and really get close to the motherboard and cut these things off, or maybe even pull them off with some pliers. I don't know if that's a viable option. I'm going to try, because at this point, what have I to lose? But if these things fail, yeah, there ain't going to be Dark Souls 3 in a long while, because Dark Souls 3 does not support Steam Cloud Save, and all of my files were stored locally on my full desktop PC. I should still be able to do Bloodborne because it is through a capture card, so I don't see an issue there. But Dark Souls 3 will be on hiatus for a while. It just kind of sucks, because this board has served me since the beginning of 2016, or 2013 rather. I built it in January of 2013, and it is the computer that kicked off my YouTube career. So it's sad to see it go, and if I can resuscitate it, it's still sad to see it gimped. But I've read that using a PCI Express 8X slot, which this has one of, will cause really no noticeable degradation in performance whatsoever. So if I can cut these pins off and make sure that the board is free of any sort of metal shavings, and it works, it should be more or less in the same state it was before. I'll have to get a new sound card, because my sound card, which I don't think is in here, nah, it ain't, has served me since 2008, and it's a PCI sound card, so I'd have to get like a PCI Express one, because I hate the onboard sound on this thing. But I just want to make this video to let you guys know that a little tragedy has occurred. I do have my laptop, but again, it is, in terms of 3D performance, well below my desktop. Even when it had the 670, it was markedly weaker than that. So, I mean, doing things with the capture card is possible, but Dark Souls 3 will not be until I get this resolved. If I can even recover my save file, which is going to be another thing, because that was stored on the same solid state drive that the operating system is on. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm going to finish Dark Souls 3 one way or another, but if I have to start over and then meet you guys where I was, that might be what we have to do. Hoping not, but it is what it is, you know. Anyway, that's all I've got. Just wanted to let you guys know, like I said. Sad story, sad freaking day, but what can you do, you know? Shitty things happen. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.